most of the major donors, their dessert reception at the station. And that's how we get it. And we've all done it in our own pockets, of course.
I have a question.
Sure. How are you?
Really good, really good.
See you.
Yeah, it was good seeing you again as well. I lived across the street from my mom for a number of years too.
And he was a great friend of hers. My mom died in 1999. She loved you and all the people here.
Yeah.
That has
a question, a
qualified
few
you
of
for
us,
voting?
I hope so. A few of us went up to here to Granada Hills at the new training facilities up there. And why would the police officers here in Devonshire not run up to that facility there?
They don't have a shoot on shoot like they have here.
Hello?
Yes. We'll ask the cop.
Well, I'm the bounty board member, so fast part of this day. The chief, a couple of chiefs ago said, you know what? We're going to save time and money and gas, and we're going to qualify. Look at this. And the department knew. I think LAPD leads in many areas. The force ops simulator is a training necessity. You get to take a non-lethal, your play gun, and you go through scenarios you're not aware of. You got to get that shoot, don't shoot, muscle memory. You got to get that in your mind. So they sent all these out. Okay, I'm going to do it. They funded it. They sent it to all the divisions. Oh, well, you need a room about half this, a quarter of this size to set it up. Because every time you take it out of the closet, you got to calibrate it.
There's no place to put it at Devonshire.
So
that's what I command. That's a state-of-the-art facility up there. I mean,
well, but it can't handle the personnel of the volume. And that's the priority is for active and reserve and shoot. You got to shoot live ammo. And this is about training versus qualifying practice. Not enough money in the budget for shoot bullets. So the chief made a probably good decision back when 4 or 5 years ago. Well, let's do this. And now I just shot it 2 nights ago, and it counts for my monthly qualification.
This is a.
And it tested me.
yeah, I've seen it up there, so I know what you're talking about.
Yes,
when the trailer here.
But it was mandated each division have it. And by the way, these trailers don't belong to Devonshire. They're ours. The 501c3, they belong to you.
Solid
to me.
law that didn't belong to you all.
Greg Smith brought that trailer down there, but every time we get a piece of instrument, when Greg brought them down, they're from the homeless community down by the Harbor Freeway in Pacific. And they were urinated, there were no windows, graffitied out. So the money to keep maintaining them is us. And that's why I still say active, because I'm still working there. And I can tell you that the officers, that's when they see your face. When they're walking through that roll call room, or when Chief Moore comes over and goes, this really looks nice, they see your face when they see that in there. And it's really greatly appreciated by the guys that are working.
And you know what? All of you on the board would be happy to go with you personally. We'll give you a tour of everything that's always done. Jim put everything that they've done with the boss building home. I think you'd be really impressed. And you can see the old part downstairs and visualize what it probably looked like upstairs.
We have any
Yes,
questions
hi
for
there.
those?
I was wondering what percentage of your money comes from neighborhood councils and what comes from other funders?
Depends on the year.
Well, for last
But
year.
these major projects, what's the numbers, guys? My treasurer's not here, but I would say probably a little over half at least came from the neighborhood councils, probably more, because we've had major projects to do. And so it depends on the year and the neighborhood council, what they will do for us at any given time.
And what have the other neighborhood councils committed for so far?
Well, we just got a check in for one from 1900 that has just come back in July. Chatsworth has always given us anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000. Northwood, Southdale.
North Hills West committed.
Yeah, North Hills West
Their
committed.
paperwork's into done.
And their paperwork's into done, and I forgot how much that one was. 5,000. Northwood South has always been, it contributed like 3 or 4 times, so.
What is the city of LA's contribution to the physical? But why? I mean, it's their police department.
Well,
Why aren't our
they're
cops
saying
out
that they're not in our buildings. Now, that's where their cops are every day, because there's no room in the station. That's not our building, we won't do it. And now remember, we got Topanga that's new, Mission that's new, and so we brought those in because it was no room for our cops, our slows. That's where our phone calls when Frank Sinatra is singing to me from my purse, I'm sorry. That's where our cops are going to be. And, their phones, we remember we used to have the robocalls about meetings? Well, when the squirrel came through the phone wires, we lost that whole system. That's how bad it got in the slow trailer. So, the city, as I said, if they use up their bullets for training, my very first meeting I went to Captain Kane, and he's asking for bullets for training for officers. I said, you gotta be kidding. He said, you know, they used them up, and I need to get some cops out here.
Is this in conjunction with the Ed Davis Training Center?
No.
No.
Standalone.
Does the city contribute to that training center?
Well, that is a training session. That's not part of 12th District, Devonshire. That is theirs.
Under the
So,
clarification.
yeah, no, this is our station in our area here. And so it just is, what do we want it to look like? You know, gangs and narcotics. If you saw the ramp, they have to walk up. Has anyone been there? Jerry, you've been there. It's a disaster, isn't it? And you've seen the difference between what we did with the new trailer and the old trailer. Air conditioning, all of it, it's just terrible. So it's just the last major thing we have to do. Other than then it's going to become freshening up. Dale, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Just so you can, I'll take 30 seconds, so you can get some visuals. The critical things that we do are, number one, rodent eradication. We can't do anything without rodent eradication, so we get that done first, get rid of the rodents. Second thing we do is put in new floors, new electrical, new railing, handicap accessible, new railing, safe railing, fascia boards, rain gutters. We've already put a new roof on it, which has already been paid for, so we don't have the budget to do more. We get lots of money from our events. We do 2 big events. Thank you for coming to Pancakes and coming to Pasta. Pancakes and Pasta, just so you know, raise about as much money as we're asking you for today.
18 months of work. So. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You know, one sticking point that a lot of board members, I'm surprised hasn't even brought up yet. Usually I'm kind of like laid back and watch everyone ask questions, and I just mentally make my analysis.
We welcome.
One question usually is, well, how do we get recognition for our contribution?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because next year you will certainly be at that reception that we had. We will put your name on a brick on the wall, and the whole station will know. I mean, the captain sits in our meetings, so when this money comes up, we let them know, we let all these slows know, and we let the narcotics and gangs know, hey, this is where a chunk of this came from, and so you guys need to know. It's your neighborhood out there, you're taking care of. It was that neighborhood council that helped with this big chunk of money to get this done. So we make them very aware, besides written on the wall, besides what you will do.
And it's not necessarily like between the organization and say, wow, recognition. It's actually one of the things we have to have. Just so you know where I'm coming from or where.
Well, but you're representing the neighborhood, you're representing Granada Hills, so you should be asking for recognition. The people here need to know that their neighborhood council is supporting them, the stuff that's vital to them, not frivolous stuff, but stuff that they live with and need every day. And so what you're doing when you do something like this is and so it's good that you want them to be recognized. It's not saying, hey, pat me on the back. You're saying, this is our community, money comes here, we're spending it with great care, and so the community should know, and the cops should know. They should absolutely know, hey, Granada Hills, neighborhood council came up, the captain, the slows, and the people that live in those areas.
Can I just say there are 2 plaques. One is public facing, the other is private facing. Private facing plaque is a benefactor plaque that the cops see, the public does not see, but it will be very visible because it's outside of the trailer that you're helping us renovate if you vote to do that. The other is a public facing plaque, which is a wall of maps. You can see it in our brochure. We haven't picked up a brochure where we honor and recognize for the public to see, really to walk through the front doors of the contributions of local merchants, local families, businesses, and government organizations.
And glad Dale brought that up. There will be a plaque outside the trailer of all the
Just to go one step further, in addition to the hats, I wear many hats, and one of those is property management. I had some officers come out about 6 months ago. Didn't know who neighborhood council was, and I've been asking for the last 6 months for officers to come out to a few of my properties, and it's been the same deal. Is there any way to allow the average police officer on the street to know more about us? And you say that it's part of the outreach community, so I'm supposed to.
I would love to tell you yes, and I will say yes with a caveat. Your SLOs know who you are and what you are. That's the Pro and Janine and the SLOs that are here out there. The cops that come in on the night shift at 7 o'clock, they may not, probably not, because they're rookies that have come in. They're some of those guys that don't know who we are. We purposely, because, and we try to go now to the roll call. We went to the roll call last week when we had our partners event and introduced ourselves. There were cops there. I stood up and spoke like this. I don't even know what all it is. Our picture's out. That's their event. And there were 2 hidden rings that came up. It's because they're new. They haven't been to the station for a month or 2, so they've got so much they're learning, so much they're learning about the community. You're going to get some of those if you're calling at night. Your SLOs, your main officers, your detectives know who neighborhood councils are, because it's their job to know. But the captain can't be at every single roll call and train them on all the things they need to train them on, because they move them around too much. We have guys that are there 15, 20 years, of course, lots of those. But the new ones are not going to know until they've been there long enough to hear it.
Well, I can tell you for a fact, your captains know. I think they're for a fact, the captains hold supervisory meetings and discuss it. Every supervisor will know what happens, and that's a lie. No supervisors run the roll call. But when the captains go, when there's something new, I'll say, hey, so this is what I actually did. She'll have that. Somebody's going to ask the question. So there's a constant remediation in reference to that activity, but you should be encouraged. Make sure you attend your neighbor watch meeting. You don't let your senior lead off the hook. He or she is your link. You need to follow up that, email them, put it in writing, get it to Dario, and say, hey, I got this property matter. It's a police function. They work for you. So that should communicate with you. Don't let that go.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a way on our part too to get our excess newsletters and movie night flyers and stuff like that actually into the wherever the stations, kind of where you go to keep that kind of stuff. So that's exposure on our part. I mean, there's what we can do.
Front desk.
Yeah, and I mean that kind of stuff will probably be powerful. I know in the last newsletter I just bring it in every week. I know we'll have access just to have it in there. I'm sure many from Devonshire Division areas are somehow connected to Granada Hills through how they work or where they live, so they'd be interested in.
And if you digitize any of that, we can put it on our website as well.
That'd be huge. So
And we
we
have a
that
solid-
would be, that'd be
Great.
great.
Facebook page.
George,
Fantastic.
he's the one that keeps it all, the ball falls in there for me to
We're all
write.
volunteers. In case there are any questions, we're all volunteers. 100% volunteers.
No, any personnel, unless you don't, like it.
No.
And we would, again, we'll put it on the website, but also if you get me flyers, anytime, I'll give you all my phone number. If you get me flyers, I'll bring them to our board meetings. We meet the first Monday of the month. We don't have open meetings like this because it's just boring. We just talk about work. But I'll bring them with me, I'll bring them to the station for you. So, I'll leave it to paper so that
Your meeting agenda stuff will be at the captain's desk and Dario's desk when I get there.
That's great.
A complete packet will be in each command officer's desk.
Thank you all very much. Appreciate you coming and making the case. What I'm going to ask for is, unless there are any more specific questions about this proposal that need to go to the applicants, I'd like to thank you for your time.
thank you for having us. Sorry we spent so much of your time.
Oh,
but
it's a good amount of light.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so, all right, so for us to take any action, we need a motion. Do I Vice President has offered to make a motion.
I move that we approve the $5,000 neighborhood purpose grant to Solid.
Second.
Second, Mr. Minsker. Okay, public comment. Mr. Coons.
Did you want me to stay?
If you have the time, we'd sure love to have you.
Okay, sure.
My first question is, I don't know that we have this much money left.
We do. Move on.
Please don't interrupt me, Mr. Smith.
Sir, we just talked about moving money around. Move along. Asked and answered. Move on. Yeah, really.
I'll just take a seat.
Thank you.
I don't need to be treated like that.
Neither do we. Any board discussion?
Oh my gosh. Currently, we still have 5,000 newsletter.
Who are?
Currently, we still have 5,000 encumbered on the newsletter budget line. So if it has an amendment to the motion, I'd like to add that we unencumber that. So that it frees up money specifically for this.
Brandon, if I could make a clarification, I don't know that was encumbered because we never voted on
Yeah,
it. This would simply be a reallocation on the budget, right?
Yeah, it's turned in.
Newsletter, when was that?
At the last April meeting.
Well, the thing is, our budget states that there's 5,000 for the newsletter, irrespective of whether or not we're gonna pay for this vendor or not. It's in our budget, it's 5,000 for the newsletter. So what I'm saying is reallocate unencumbered, if that's the better term to use, and that's fine. Yeah, let's reallocate 5,000 from the newsletter budget line to general outreach, to pay for this.
I believe that was turned down because we didn't have samples of the newsletter that night. Do we have any?
No, again, it's not whether it's turned down that night or not. The budget that we approved includes $5,000 for a newsletter. There's a budget line newsletter, $5,000. Doesn't, that vote a month or two ago, nothing, we approved a complete budget with that amount. So we would need to reallocate that to general outreach.
No, that would have to be a separate, that would have to be a separate motion.
No, I'm adding it, no, you can add it to this as long as it's.
Okay.
No, you can't.
Part of the amendment, we reallocate.
You need to amend the motion.
Yeah, and I'll second that. And I'll second that.
Okay. President, Ms. Crawford Velasquez arrived.
So noted.
All right, so we had a motion, second, amendment, second for that. All right, further vote, board discussion?
Brad, I'd like to request if we could, I'd like to see what exactly it is that we're, putting the money towards. So maybe if I can get a chance maybe to look at it and see it after, so we actually see where the money went.
You mean, see, go inspect it afterwards?
Or maybe
I'm
just-
sure you're more than welcome, I'm sure you're more than welcome. I'm sure LAPD would be happy to have a new member of the neighborhood council come visit any time.
This is a comment, I'm against this if it goes, that means we don't have a newsletter.
No,
No,
this fiscal year ends June 30th.
Right.
Do you have a newsletter ready to go and paid for?
No, it's not on the agenda.
So
So I asked it to be on the agenda.
So it's unfortunately it's a moot point for this
So-
meeting, for this fiscal year, but next fiscal year, which is literally in
1 month.
3 weeks, we can have another budget with, again, a budget line for a newsletter and get it started earlier in the fiscal year than like in April.
Okay, so what you're saying now is that 5,000 is going to this police thing because we didn't have.
If we vote on it.
That's what you're saying, but we can have a newsletter next.
Oh, yeah, for the next fiscal year, for sure.
And then the other thing I'd like to say, I'm kind of against neighborhood council money, so much of it going to police and fire. All the gun is gonna do, they're gonna reduce the amounts later on by this amount, $5,000. Police has a budget of what, $718 million or something?
But it doesn't,
That's-
it goes to solid.
Yeah, yes, but the thing I'm saying, out of that money, I think we would be better having pressure on our councilmen to give money to this. Neighborhood council money is to inform the stakeholders of what's going on and get them active in government. We've given money before to police, fire, other city organizations, and we don't get those people in, nobody comes from that. So that's my comment, we have a big budget, we have a little budget.
You know, that goes to my comment earlier, our purpose is to inform and get people more involved in our community and politics. And if we don't get recognition and signage and, I'm sure 75% of the people here, our stakeholders don't even understand the neighborhood councils are.
Yeah, but they're not gonna understand more if you have a little plaque over there. We could do so much better things, even Dario said, let's get the file of life going, let's get things going to the people, not to a random.
Jim, that's fine, but fiscal year ends in literally 2 weeks, so if we don't put this money to something worthwhile in the community, it'll go back to general fund. Which means if it goes back to general fund, essentially Dunn has got our budget.
Still won't cover your newsletter.
Huh?
Still won't cover your newsletter for this fiscal year.
Okay.
All right, I want to say, by the way, John,
All right, any additional discussion? Board member?
One thing I would like to say, and I was at a mixer and Jim was there. And Councilman Englander, who's a reserve officer, was there, and he gave a rousing thank you in front of all the valley councils that showed up with their banners and everything else about how Chatsworth had given funds for Devonshire. And I remember that we gave to Devonshire. But I guess what they gave outstripped us, and because he didn't mention us at all. I was really saddened about that because we were there, you were there, Jim, and I was there, and but I I definitely think that we should make sure that we contribute. This is right in our backyard. It's in our wheelhouse. So yeah, I'd go for it. I think it's a good deal.
Eric, just.
Comment?
I'm meeting John Lane this weekend, and make sure we get this right.
You have to wait till he asks for public comment.
All right.
Public
Any other
comment.
board member comment or discussion? Fine.
That I think it's a good thing to support, that it is a nonprofit, this is not, it is actually a nonprofit solid, that it was there to help the LGBT. They're a very active organization in our neighborhood, they support the LGBT, that helps us. And, the city, it just does, there's a lot the city doesn't fund anymore. And part of the reason that they allow neighborhood councils to have funding in addition to outreach, which is extremely important, is so that we have some control over what we're doing in our own backyard. And that is something that's in our own backyard.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Now, further board member discussion? Okay, I'm gonna call a question. All those in
Public
favor
comment?
of supporting this, or rather approving this application for $5,000. All those in favor of the amendment to the motion, which is basically the bookkeeping of transferring the funding budget item, that's all it is. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye. We have to take account of this, right?
Yes, it's a funding.
No, this is the amendment.
Oh, this is just the amendment.
Okay, no, I understand.
Okay, so, any opposed? Got one, yes, abstentions? All right, very well.
No
Moving on to
public
the
comment,
body of the
Brown Act
amendment,
violation.
or the body of the motion, all those in favor of approving the request for the $5,000 MPG? What?
The motion to amend, was no public comment.
Please do.
Okay, just to clarify, Mr. Guzman, on public comment has to be offered at the beginning or during consideration of an item. Public comment was offered at the beginning of this item, so it doesn't have to be offered again on each motion. There's no comment.
I should be able to respond because I think that's inaccurate.
All those in favor of approving the application for the full $500 MPG? 5,000?
5,000. You said 500.
500,000. Well,
I gotta go.
budget to the time. $5,000 NPG. $5,000 NPG. Please signify by raising your hands.
Anthony Matthews, Krishna, Wilfred Valesco, Joey Askew, Brad Smith, Mike Benedetto, Eric Manska, Brandon Schindelheim, Bonnie Burst, Arthur Dausch, Sally Kolstad, Jeff Dunlap, Mark Morris, Jeffrey Bora, Darren Lopez.
Hey, you didn't call me.
I know, I just like to do people.
Okay.
Renee Trinidad. And last but not least, saving the best for last, Renee Trinidad.
There you go. All opposed? Mr.
Jim
Summers?
Summers.
Any abstentions? No. Seeing none. Motion passed. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Mr. Chair, I was serious when I said I'd be happy to take all of you, any of you, to a walk through the station anytime.
Thank you so much.
I'll give you my phone number and you can get hold of me.
Keep a cell open for me.
What?
Keep your cell on for me.
Listen, as a sideline, when that station opened, I was the first one thrown into the padded cell. The cops thought they were being funny. 30 seconds, I panicked.
Mitch will know about your concerns.
All right.
As soon as I get home.
Thank you all very much. Appreciate it. I'm going to go back to item 5, community speakers. Our speaker tonight is Brian Bauer, the Executive Director of Granada Hills Charter High School. He has made time to give us an update on the status of the Devonshire campus, the former Pinecrest School, and how it relates to what they're doing here at Granada Hills main campus.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't make much time at all. Where would you like me?
Right here.
Okay, great. So see some familiar faces and some new faces. So I did bring some literature about what we're doing at the former Pinecrest site. We're choosing to call that the Devonshire campus for us. Let me start off by saying what it's not. And I usually don't begin and think that's wise public speaking, but I want to make sure the community understands that we're not planning to move 4,500 students over to that site. In fact, no place close to it. Our ultimate plans are to open that campus as either a middle, elementary, or a K-8, but we are working with our authorizer, LA Unified, on how best and when best to do that. That's not happening right now. We're planning to use the Devonshire site or the Pinecrest facility for about 250 to 300 high school students next year. I don't expect that it's going to be more than 300. It's probably going to be in the 225 to 250 range. The majority of the students will be 9th and 10th graders. We'll have a few juniors and seniors who are on the campus. By a few, I mean 50 to 60, maybe 50 to 75 seniors. And we're launching a new program on that site. We've had what we call here Granada Granada. It's innovative Granada. It's a blended learning, virtual learning platform. It's not independent study.